Thank you for visiting our YouTube channel, Tropa. Nandito ako ulit para ibigay ang PBA Season 49, PBA Philippine Cup Elimination Round latest games result, next PBA game schedule, and the updated PBA All-Filipino Conference PBA standings as of today, May 19th, 2025.
(2025) PBA Philippine Cup latest games result as of today. In the first game, the redemption-seeking powerhouse San Miguel BEERMEN, as expected, easily wins over the TERRAFIRMA GINEBRA in the opening game with the final score of 128-89. This is the seventh straight game that the TERRAFIRMA GINEBRA were down by as much as 30 points in a game. Are they really this bad, or they just stepped up their position to grab another first overall pick next season, which will be a great gift to whichever franchise will take over in buying the TERRAFIRMA GINEBRA? The Seaman, Rodney Brondeel, was named Best Player of the Game with a huge double-double performance of 16 points and also grabbed a career-high 22 rebounds to lead the San Miguel BEERMEN to a very comfortable easy victory. Here are the full game scores. San Miguel BEERMEN, 128. PBA Philippine Cup leading scorer CJ Perez once again led the offensive charge for San Miguel with 17 points. Mo Tautua also added 17 points on a perfect shooting night, making all of his 7 field goal attempts. Wami Tiongson chipped in with 13 points. 8-time PBA Most Valuable Player, Junmar Fajardo added another double-double performance of 12 points, along with 12 rebounds. Don Trolliano, 12 points, and Jericho Cruz, 11 points. TERRAFIRMA GINEBRA, 89th. Rookie Mark Nonoy led all scorers with 24 big points. Veteran playmaker Stanley Pringle added 17 points, Louis Sangalang, 10 points, Zaldivar, 9 points, and Brent Paraiso, along with CJ Katapusan, both finished the game with 7 points each. After winning their first game of the conference, the TERRAFIRMA GINEBRA turned into its usual self by dropping their next 7 games, which all are blowout losses. And in the main game, undefeated no more. The young and talented Rain or Shine ELASTO Painters finally puts an end to the undefeated record of the Magnolia Chicken Templados HOTSHOTS this PBA Philippine Cup, as the hot-shooting Rain or Shine wins over Magnolia with the final score of 119-105. Ending Magnolia's winning run of 6 games. Santi Santillan was named Best Player of the Game for Rain or Shine, finishing with a strong double-double performance of 17 points and grabbing 13 rebounds, to lead Rain or Shine to its 4th win in the ongoing PBA All-Filipino Conference. Rain or Shine starts off the game firing on all cylinders, as they led by 16 points at the end of the first quarter, and maintained the lead until the final buzzer. Here are the full game scores. Rain or Shine ELASTO Painters, 119. Batang Tondo Adrian Nocum led all scorers with 20 points along with 7 assists. Jonard Clarito added 14 points. Rookie Felix Lametti contributed 11 points. Kit Datu, 10 points. Gian Mamuyak, 9 points. And Malonzo, along with Kalen Tiongson, both added 8 points each. Magnolia Chicken Templados HOTSHOTS, 105. Rising star Xavier Lucero led the HOTSHOTS in scoring once again with 17 points along with 6 rebounds and 3 blocked shots. Veterans Ian Sangalang and Mark Andy Baroka both added 15 points each. Jed Mendoza added 11 points off the bench. Paul Lee and Jarek Ahanmisi both added 7 points. And Jerome Lastimosa along with Peter Alfaro both finished the game with 6 points each. This is just Magnolia's first loss this PBA All-Filipino Conference. Will Magnolia still remains the intro boys of the PBA? Or can Magnolia finally win it all this conference? What do you think, guys?
Tara, tropa! At samahan mo naman ako ulit at silipin na natin ang updated PBA Season 49, PBA All-Filipino Conference, PBA Standings today, May 19, 2025.
(2025) PBA Philippine Cup. The All-Filipino Conference PBA Standings today, May 19, 2025. The Magnolia Chicken Templados HOTSHOTS remains at the summit of the ongoing PBA Philippine Cup, even after absorbing their first loss of the conference with a record of 6 wins and 1 loss standing. At number 2 are the surprising performances of the NLEX Road Warriors, who are getting it done with a balanced offensive game this conference, as NLEX now has 5 victories against only 1 defeat and currently enjoys a 5-game winning streak. At the 3rd spot are the redemption-seeking powerhouse San Miguel BEERMEN, who now has an aging lineup and has 5 victories against 2 defeats this PBA All-Filipino Conference and on a 2-game winning streak. At number 4 are the crowd favorites Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings, with a PBA standing record of 4 wins and 2 defeats, and have also won 2 games in a row. Moving up to number 5 are the young and talented independent team Rain or Shine ELASTO Painters, who now has 4 wins against 2 losses, and on a 2-game winning streak. At the 6th spot is another great independent team, the up-and-coming powerhouse CONVERGE Fiber X, with 5 victories against 3 defeats. Still holding on to number 7 spot in the PBA standings today are the Grand Slam-seeking TOC NLEX TROPANG 5G, who have split its first 6 games of the PBA All-Filipino Conference, with 3 victories against 3 loss standing and on a 3-game winning streak. At the 8th spot are the very inconsistent MERALCO Bolts, with 3 victories and already piled up 5 defeats, and have lost their last 2 matches. At number 9 are another struggling team, the Phoenix Fuel Masters, with 2 wins against 5 defeats, and on a 2-game losing streak. At the 10th spot are the BLACKWATER Bosses with only 1 victory so far this PBA All-Filipino Conference and 4 losses. BLACKWATER now also lost on their last 2 games. At the 11th spot are the struggling NORTHPORT BATANG PIER, whom are playing without their free agent main man, Arvin Tolentino. NORTHPORT are last conference top team at the end of the elimination round, but have mightily struggling this conference with only 1 victory so far against 5 defeats and on a 5-game losing streak. And at number 12 and the very bottom of the PBA standings today are the professionals in getting a PBA top overall rookie, the TERRAFIRMA Jeep, with only 1 win and already accumulated 7 losses, and an embarrassing 7-game losing streak.
The PBA Philippine Cup will continue its games on Wednesday at the Inyaris Center in Antipolo City. Here are the full details of the PBA live games schedule on Wednesday, May 21st, 2025.
(2025) PBA Season 49, the PBA Philippine Cup games schedule on Wednesday, May 21, 2025. The PBA will have another 2 exciting PBA live games on Wednesday, as the PBA All-Filipino Conference defending champions MERALCO Bolts will be playing in the opening game of PBA Live Wednesday doubleheader versus another struggling team, the BLACKWATER Bossing. The MERALCO versus BLACKWATER PBA Live game is scheduled at 5 in the afternoon. For the main game, the Grand Slam-seeking TOC NLEX TROPANG will be looking to extend their winning streak to 4 games, but in their way are the strong Rain or Shine ELASTO Painters, who ended Magnolia's undefeated record in the last game. The TOC NLEX versus Rain or Shine PBA live game is scheduled to be played at 7:30 in the evening. Both PBA live games on Wednesday will be played at the Inyaris Center in Antipolo City.